Greetings, my plastic model junkies. It's your old buddy again, Mr. B. Sorry I haven't done a video in a while. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, dealing with some health issues. If you can tell, my asthma's acting up a little bit. So if you hear any squeaks, I'll get it out eventually, or any kind of heavy breathing or anything. It's just me, nothing else. Don't worry. Uh, anyway, I got a couple of emails a few weeks ago that have really been bothering me. Um, I got an email from one viewer that basically called me a sellout because I'm going to change the format of my channel from military models back to my original thoughts and where I started everything off, sci-fi model kits and garage kit figures. I've never been called a sellout for any reason. The thing of it is, I started this channel, number one, to have fun. Number two, I wanted to share my experience with other modelers and learn from them as well. Um, I started building model kits when I was 5. I'm now 46 years old. I've been doing this on and off for 41 years. I may not be, in my mind, a professional. Um, I do this for fun. I do this as a hobby. The bad thing of it is hobby is slowly dying out, and I hate to say it, but it is. Um, you see more and more hobby shops close down. You see, um, I've even seen a few of the online stores close down. The problem is we need to start getting the younger generation, the next generation, interested in building these kits. I tried with my son, and typical teenager. Of course, he's more interested in girls than model kits. Okay, no problem. Uh, but we really need to start getting the younger generation into this hobby so it'll last a lot longer. Um, Also, I wanted to say that I had an email from a viewer. I don't know if he's a subscriber or not. I haven't gone to check. I'm not going to. But anyway, to where you guys couldn't hear me speaking. Well, I was recently out with a few friends and found a pair of Turtle Beach headphones and the microphone system and everything, which I'm using now. Got them at a really great price, so I'm hoping this will take care of that issue. Um, like I said, I started this channel for fun, but the people that really helped me uh, kind of give me the courage to do it, and it's just from watching the videos here on YouTube. I want to start off with Simon Merckx. Uh, Simon's been doing this for many, many, many years. To me, he is a fantastic model builder. Uh, you know, very, very creative. Just, if you want to, if you don't know who Simon is, please go and check out his YouTube channel. Uh, Also, I want to give a shout out to Bad Grindles. Uh, I just like John's style of doing videos. He gives in-depth kit reviews. He does in-depth how-to DIYs with LEDs, resistors, and everything else, which I'm learning a lot from him because I have never lit a kit in my life, and I'm thinking about trying that on a fuse, so I'm watching all of his videos to kind of get an idea of how to do this stuff. Um, I want to give a shout out to Greg, stevethefish.net. Great guy, great model builder. He builds anything from vinyl kits all the way down to uh, Sci-Fi and Resin. Lou Del Maso. Lou, I got to give you props, man. You are number one crazy for lighting up that 12700 Star Wars uh, Imperial Star Destroyer kit. The amount of fiber optics he has in that kit is just mind blowing, and it looks like a jumbled mess of spaghetti noodles. But he's making it look good and he's making it work. So props to him. Uh, I'm going to see if I can say this correctly. Makana Man. Alan, who is Makana Man, does a lot of Gunpla, and I think I'm saying that correctly. He checked out my channel one day and then made a comment that he liked the use of the extremely cheap airbrushes that I have. I'm going to tell you now, folks. People going out spending $70, $80, $90, $100, $200, $300 for an airbrush. It's kind of ridiculous when, to be honest with you, and I've tested out a bunch of these, I buy the cheap airbrushes. I'm talking the ones that don't run over 20 bucks. You keep the O-rings oiled and taken care of, the needle oiled and taken care of. You keep it clean out. You clean it with the appropriate thinners. You just do basic maintenance, and these Chinese knockoffs, if that's what you want to call them, they work just fine. They work just like the the $200 what is it, Harder Steinbeck or Steinbeck, however you want to pronounce it, airbrushes. And if something goes wrong, you're only out 20 bucks. You're not gonna. I mean, I bought one the other day. It came with 3 different needles, 3 different nozzles. I tested it out, ran paint through it. I ran acrylic, I ran enamel, and I ran lacquer-based paints through it, and it sprayed beautifully. One of my airbrushes, like I said before, I got it at a thrift shop for a quarter. Yes, it's single action, but it's probably one of the best little airbrushes I've used. Um, anyway, I'm going to get on with my little list of people who have inspired me. If you guys don't know anything about garage kits, they're resin kits of different anime, different sci-fi and everything else, figures and all that. Leona's Workshop. She is really, really, really good with these kits. She has a lot of tutorials on her page, her YouTube channel. She also does a lot of whips or works in progress videos. Another person that deals with GKs is I'm His Eternal Angel, who is one hell of a graphics artist. Also deals with the GK community, and she does great work as well. For those of you that don't know, I had to postpone it because I have to move. I'm doing a buddy build with one of the YouTubers here, and his channel is TCPIII. His name is Tom, and we are doing buddy builds of the old AMT, excuse me, Bell 222 and the old AMT Airwolf model kits. Tom is doing the Lady Airwolf. I am doing Red Wolf, which is just a basic 222, nothing special to it. These old kits, growing up, the old AMTs, the AMT Earls, the old MPCs, the old Testers kits, they really challenged us back then. They taught us how to fill in a seam and sand it, to make it look like it's all one piece. Don't get me wrong, modern technology is great. Bandai, with their Star Wars kits, their Gundam kits, they're excellently engineered. They go together beautifully. There's not really much to clean up on them. They're great for the beginner. They're also great for the intermediate and the expert because, sometimes, as Um, model builders with a little bit of experience under their belts, they like to take a break and do something easy. I've done plenty of Gundam kits and a few Star Wars kits. They're great. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be changing the format of the channel. Um, I'm going to be doing sci-fi because that's where I got my start. I remember as a little kid building the old AMT uh, Star Trek Enterprise, the original series when it was a model kit. And, granted, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but hey, I had fun doing it. I'm also going to be doing a lot more kit reviews. I'm also going to be doing some more whips. I'm also going to be doing some more tutorials because I want this channel to get better and better and, go from there. Uh, like I said, the reason why I've been on hiatus is because of my health. Many of you know that I do have medical problems. As a matter of fact, I'm laying here on my bed doing this video at 1 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to get it out. I am a chronic pain sufferer, and there are days that my body hurts so bad that I don't even want to move. It's an effort just to get up and go and use the bathroom, something that we do every day. People take for granted. And I'm guilty of doing that also. But this is another thing that I got an email on wanting to know why I haven't been putting up videos like I used to. I said I would do one once a week. I'm going to be trying to do that, but it also depends on how I'm feeling. I'm not trying to neglect anybody or anything like that. I just want you guys to know that, I'm still around. I'm going to be doing model kits. If you like what I do and you want to subscribe, go for it. Please click the subscribe button, click the like button if you like what I'm doing. Um, like I said, I work with a very limited income, and if there is a kit that I review or that you want me to review, if I have it in my stash, I would be more than happy to do it. If not, please be patient. It's going to take me a little time to save up for it because, it's model kits have become more expensive now than I've ever seen them. My thing is, I used to buy a bunch, and this is 10 years ago. Well, not even that long ago. Maybe, excuse me, maybe about a year ago. I used to buy a bunch of Hasegawa F-14Ds. I used to be able to get them for like $50. And this is when, before the illness kicked in, that I was working and everything. Um, but now I went on eBay just to look for one, you know, just the old CVW 14 F14D kits in 48 scale that used to cost me $45. There's guys that are actually in Japan that are selling these things for $450. I can still buy them on eBay. I mean, granted, I gotta grab them when I can for 50, $60. And these people have the audacity to charge $450 for the exact same kit, and yet there's people buying them. Why? This hobby, it isn't cheap to begin with, but gouging the prices so much that it's out of the reach of normal people. They're charging, a $45 kit, they're charging 10 times as much for the same kit, and it's sad. But anyway, like I said, I have to do things on a budget. I'm currently saving up or trying to save up some money to get the Hasegawa 148 scale, excuse me, Macross VF1S Super slash Strike Valkyrie. That's been one of my kits. I mean, I used to have a bunch of 72nd scale ones and everything else. I loved them. Uh, just never had one at 48 scale. So that's one thing I'm trying to get to do a review on. Let's see. What else is there? Dramatic pause. Sorry, this stuff isn't scripted. It's all real life, and Sometimes I have brain farts. Um, let's see. I'm sorry, gang. It's been one of those days. It's really late. But anyway, as I was talking about GK kits or resin kits, one of the kit reviews that I'm going to be doing is the Disney Nautilus submarine. Now, this isn't the Mobius one or the Pegasus one or whatever the crap company it is. This is the actual Nautilus from Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It is solid resin. It's 16 inches long. Of course, there's going to be cleanup with resin. Any resin kit, you're going to have cleanup. It doesn't matter how perfectly it's casted. It's going to happen. There are flaws. Um, Let me give you a little word of advice for those of you that have never worked with resin. If you are working with resin, wear a respirator. Because when you sand that stuff, the resin dust that gets in the air, if it gets in your lungs, it's very bad. It's very nasty for you. It is not healthy. When I do a kit, especially a figure kit, what I will do is I will take my sanding sponges and my sanding paper, put them in some water. I also take the kit parts, put them in water as well, and then I wet sand the whole thing. It cuts down completely on the dust, and it also makes the finish it makes it smoother when you wet sand anyway. So just a little, little tip. But anyway, I'm sorry this video is dragging on, and I'm honestly starting to run out of things to say, but oh yeah, actually one more thing I do have to say. I don't know about a lot of you, but when I build a model kit, I like listening to music. If I do a video for YouTube and I'm listening to music while I'm building, if the song's playing in the background and it's on like Pandora or something like that, and I'm sitting there concentrating on the kit and not remembering who the band name was, the name of the song, YouTube is going to come back and they're going to try to get me for copyright violation, and they're going to take the soundtrack out of the video, and it's going to be nothing but dead air. So what I'm going to try to do is the music that I'm going to listen to, of course, it's 80s hair metal and stuff like that, so a lot of you know it, a lot of you don't. But it's just what I listen to. That's me. I'm old. Um, I guess what I'm gonna have to do is take little pauses, write down names of the bands and stuff like that, so I don't get copyright infringement and all that other stuff, and go from there. So that was my main thing. I just don't want to violate any YouTube user agreements or stuff like that. I'm going to be trying to monitor my language. Although I don't think I've really dropped any F-bombs or anything like that, but if I do accidentally slip up and say one, it's because of my foot or something hurting. Please try not to get too mad. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please subscribe, like. We need more viewers for, these channels and stuff. I mean, yes, there are hundreds of modeling channels out there, and you're going to find stuff you like, stuff you don't like. I just hope that we can instruct you. Well, I can instruct you on a lot of things that I know about, and the other guys that I have mentioned, and the ladies as well that I have mentioned, they can instruct you on things. We're just a big community. We're trying to educate everyone on how to do kits and everything else. So, we want to keep this hobby growing. So, that's pretty much it for the podium. I'm going to be stepping down and doing some editing, uploading this, and then I'm going to bed. I do apologize for the quality of the video because I am recording this from my laptop. Like I said, I've been taking a hiatus. I'm laying here in bed trying to get my legs to ease off so I can actually go to bed. But anyway, you guys have a great evening, great night, great day. I wish you all happy modeling, and be good to each other. Until next time, this is your old buddy. talk to you later.